children. I pray for my children's children. I pray that they are forgiven. I pray for my children. I pray for my children's children. I pray that they are forgiven, God.
My mother was adopted out as a baby, so I don't meet my biological grandmother until I am 7 years old. She makes up for lost time. We go on vacation together, and she watches me play in the sand. We discover I inherited her artistic aptitude, and she gives me old sketchbooks of hers. She drew a lot of rabbits. I'm a teenager when my grandmother flies out to see us in upstate New York. She claims her apartment in Texas has been bugged by the government. My mom invites her for an outing on the boat, in which case she tells her she's the daughter she wishes she never had and locks herself in her room. We find salt at the bottom of the stairs. From her room, she calls the police and tells them that we're trying to drown her. When the police arrive, she takes her suitcase down the driveway toward them, and my sister, who is 7 at the time, runs after her crying because she doesn't understand. My grandmother tells her, "See you in heaven," which is the Christian equivalent of "see you in hell." The police escort her to a specialist. Because Grandma succeeds in eye contact, the specialist deems her psychologically sound and not a threat to herself or others after a 12-hour psychiatric hold. The state of New York permits up to 72. It wasn't planned. She had just bought groceries and filed away her receipts. She lived alone, just with her dog, which I know that she loved very much. But she killed the dog first. We're driving when we get the phone call. I had spent that week at Bible camp and was being driven home. We have to stop for gas, and my dad goes inside to pay. He's waiting in line and he's searching for answers, so he plays back one of the cryptic voicemails my grandma had been leaving to all her relatives. What my dad does not realize is that the Bluetooth to the car has been left on. Mom screams.
I pray that they are forgiven.
In the first 24 hours, my boyfriend breaks up with me. Later, I rebound with a classmate of his, and we decide to go out for ice cream. We drive, and he pulls into an empty parking lot. We don't get ice cream. "Why are you crying?" he says. "Stop fucking crying." I had already been struggling to retain friendships. After that, though, I never hang out again. I would just go home, go straight upstairs, and shut my bedroom door. The day after that, I go home, go straight upstairs, and shut my bedroom door. Every day after that, I go home, and I shut my bedroom door. Somehow, no one asking if I was okay was worse than the answer. At graduation, I'm on stage when I feel everything, inexplicably, all at once. I wonder how many people are looking at me. "Why are you crying?" I think. Stop fucking crying. Would I ever stop crying? 3 years passed since my grandmother's suicide. I've left my hometown for New York City, where I've met my best friends and found a best friend in my boyfriend. He and his roommates get a pet bunny for their apartment. They tell me his name is Connie. I sleep over fairly frequently, but have chronic insomnia, and have kept up most nights long after everyone else has gone to sleep. On these nights, I go downstairs, and I sit with Connie.